Hi guys, this is Anthony and today I'm going to be reviewing one of my favourite albums of all time, and it's Madonna's True Blue, which is her third album. It was released in 1986 and it's her best selling album as far as I'm aware, along the likes of Like a Virgin, Like a Prayer and Ray of Light, and her Immaculate Collection, which was her greatest hits. And the reason why I think this is her best album is because I'm a big fan of 80s music, and I think it's got a maturity about this album compared to a original Madonna album, self-titled album, and Like a Virgin. But also, I love the theme of it. I love the style she took with this, with her hair, and the 50s influences on this album as well. And I think every song on here is just brilliant, even though there is one song on here that I'm not a fan of, but I'll get to that later. But I don't think there's much filler on this album in my opinion. I think not because there's 9 tracks on the album. I'd say 8 of them are very listenable, and I really enjoy them. And it's just a masterpiece album. And I'll just talk about each song. I've got the CD digital remastered version, and I've got the vinyl, and I've got all. I think, well, as far as I'm aware, all the singles on 12-inch on from this era. So every time I talk about a single, I'll show the artwork and talk about each song. And yeah, let's start it off. Okay, the first song, which was the lead single, was "Live to Tell," which is a ballad. And this wasn't. I don't, even though I wasn't even born then, but I don't think this was the single that really took the album off, because it was released before the album was released. So I don't think this was the single that everyone would know off the album, but by heart, even though it was a very big seller and charted really well. This was a beautiful ballad in the likes of "Crazy for You," which she did famously before this, and the music video was a soundtrack to a film, and I can't remember the name, but he had a then husband at the time, Sean Penn, the famous actor. And yeah, just an amazing, beautiful song. Love all the echoey beats in it, and Madonna's voice is very hauntingly beautiful in it. Yeah, so it's one of my favourite Madonna songs. I'm probably going to say that about every Madonna song, but honestly it is. I think this is definitely the best Madonna ballad, I think. Even though I do like songs like "Frozen" and of course "Crazy for You," but I think I just love it. Even though I wasn't a very big fan of "Live to Tell" in the beginning, but now amazing. Next is the very famous lead single, and everyone knows this, and it's not a very good condition, "Papa Don't Preach," which has very good lyrics about pregnancy and what Madonna was going through at the time. And yeah, very interesting song. Before I talk about more about the single, one thing I want to say is True Blue also has a great album for great lyrics as well, very inspiring. So yeah, "Papa Don't Preach." I love the violin intro at the beginning. I also love the music video as well. Madonna's got the black outfit on and the short hair, and the music video of the girl, supposedly her. So yes, and that charted way around the country as well. Next is "Open Your Heart," which is again one of my favourite Madonna up-tempo songs. Love it. I think in a way I'm a bit gutted that I didn't live throughout the 80s, because I would have loved to, discover this song back in the 80s when it was released, but unfortunately now. Yeah, brilliant song. Next is the album title track "True Blue," which in comparison to 3 amazing singles so far, this song isn't as good. It's still very good song, and it's catchy and quite cute, I'd like to say, but it just doesn't have the oomph of the other songs, but oh well. And the last single, "La Isla Bonita," which is very Spanish influence with the songs and the Cuban music, I think. And of course she speaks in some Spanish languages verses in the song. Brilliant song. It's a very different feel to the other songs on the album, but it's a great single nonetheless. And yeah, brilliant. Made the album more interesting in my opinion. Next we'll talk about like the other album songs we have here. Whoops, that wasn't meant to happen. Papa Don't Preach is the first song, and then Open Your Heart. And then there's a song called White Heat, which has some voices from James Cagney from one of his films, which he was a famous actor. And then it has some very great lyrics about, you know, be strong and all this, which was, you know, supposedly James Cagney's sort of motto. And then Live to Tell, again. And then there's Where's the Party, which it's a more of a fun song, probably not as interesting as the other songs, but it's still a very, very good, catchy, fun song nonetheless. True Blue, and then Isla Bonita. And this is a song that I don't listen to at all, Jimmy Jimmy. This was the only song on the album which I don't like. Just really annoying. Yeah, just a really annoying song. I don't like it at all, but it's a real shame really, because I think this album would have been absolutely perfect if they ditched Jimmy Jimmy on and shoved a song like Who's That Girl on the album. Then it would have been just absolute perfection in my opinion. Well, in my opinion anyway. But no, I ignore Jimmy Jimmy. I think it's Madonna's vocals and this I don't like. I think the actual music in the background is fine, but no, I don't like that. And then Love Makes the World Go Round, which is a fun song, but in a way it sort of reminds me a bit of some of the cheesy Stock Aitken and Waterman stuff. Not that it's a bad thing, but you know, I don't take it as serious as the other songs, but it's still a fun, colourful song. And then I'll show you the inlay inside. It's got a lovely picture. Apparently this was inspired by Andy Warhol, and I can see the inspiration on this. It's a great album cover, definitely my favourite Madonna album cover as well. If I can just get it out, because I'm only using one hand. Get it out. Right. So it's got the inlay which came with it, which I'm really pleased about, because you know, has all your lyrics on it, it keeps the vinyl nice and clean. Has all your lyrics there in a very light blue font. I don't know if you can see well, because there's a big like sunlight coming from the window on the side of me, so that's better. So yeah, and the deluxe edition, is that any better? That's better. The deluxe edition, digitally remastered. The only thing I don't like to say, which I mentioned before in my Madonna video, is I wish the font was there. I don't know why. A lot of people might think that it looks better without the font, but I love the font style and love the signature style font on the tracks and the title. I don't like the disc though. Don't like it at all. But oh well, I shouldn't complain too much. But now I should be lucky that I've even got a copy of True Blue on CD. There's all lyrics here in the same sort of colour and style as the vinyl, and then it sort of folds out to this the more bigger picture of Madonna from the front cover, which is really, really amazing. The leather jacket there, and a bit of exposed body. Then more lyrics here, and then it has yeah, just lyrics really. So yeah, I really, really, really do recommend this album. If you can find it anywhere cheap. I think it could be cheap in some places, but have a listen to some of the songs if you haven't heard them. Of course, a lot of you will know Madonna by now, but have a listen to Live to Tell, Open Your Heart. They're two of my favourite songs on the album, Open Your Heart and Live to Tell. And yeah, 10 out of 10 album, complete masterpiece. Big, big fan of Madonna's work, even though she's given a lot of flack. But you know, I do prefer 80s stuff to the recent stuff, even though a lot of the 80s stuff's more cheesy. But this album isn't really that cheesy compared to the previous two albums. So yes, I really do recommend it, and I don't know what else to say really. I like the mix of 50s and 80s sound on this album. I think it works tremendously well. And thank you very much for watching. If you want to leave in the comment box below, or video response it, or anything like that, please put a comment in. And thanks for watching.